Yeah, so we can start. So we can start now. So let me share my screen and then let me know when you are able to see. So are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss, as Jasmeet told us, that a finance dashboard. Okay. So for financial dashboard, we have a sales and we have a budget. Okay. And we are going to compare both sales and budget regarding together, as well as some of the query editor, some write text function basic, and some like today.
Sir, in financial, we also have na
Mhm.
transactional data like assets buy or sell.
Okay, this kind of data you can ask me.
Yes, yes.
Okay, actually this is not
Is
a
it
data.
similar?
No, no, it, yeah,
Okay.
see, it is a similar function, but if you are open with the DAX or that kind of thing, that is similar, but not as the ACH and wire, because actually I found the data, but I did not found. Okay, yeah, so see, listen, in my data set, see, this is one of the best site, kaggle.com. Okay, so suppose after my class or after my course completion, okay, then suppose you have to make practice on a different data set. Okay, like data sets like stock data set, as well as many data set there you have. So in this kaggle site you found 1000 plus data set. Okay, 1000 plus. Just say when you click on this, let me show you. See, when you click on the data set, see, there is a different kind of data set. Okay, so you can just go through all the data set and make your visualization and apply those tax function with you like you learn. Okay, so that you can apply all these data sets. See, in this, like, this is stock exchange data. Okay, NBA player stats from 2018 to 2021 data. You have a data, you can just click on download. So you can download this data set into your desktop and make analyze on this. Okay, this is only data, not for Power BI file for you. Okay, this is only data. See, this is only data, and what the data have, only two file, dictionary and NBC stats. They have a two file, one is text and one is CSV. So you can both import in your Power BI text file also and CSV file also. And then you can analyze your data skill, your text skill, then you can analyze and move this kind of working. Okay, so this is one of the best site. You can write it like kaggle.com. You can just kaggle.com only. And you can just click on login via your email ID. And then you found 1000 of data set into this. Okay, so there is a different types of data set as well as, like, if I go back, or also you can add data set from your own. Suppose if you have any data set, okay, which is not in the Kaggle, then you can also enter data set here also. Okay, for everyone, because it is a free site and it's a US site for everyone. So you can, suppose if you want a computer vision data set, see, there is a computer vision like Twitter, all the 1079 data set. See, okay, so you can go through any like age, gender, and ethnicity, corona hacker. Okay, cat data set, standard car data set. You can make that data set and use LinkedIn, guys. Okay, because LinkedIn is a place where you get a multiple feedback on your visualization, multiple like advanced analytic dashboard with you, so that if you make the dashboard and send the picture on LinkedIn or post the picture on LinkedIn, it will help you to find job automatically. You don't need to apply anywhere. If you post your data set into the LinkedIn, you will get automatically call from LinkedIn as well as. Okay, so use LinkedIn also for making a better job. Okay, so this site you can use for your working criteria. So right now I have one financial dashboard in which we have a sales and budget data. So don't worry, in this we'll almost cover all the things with you, like which are covered in the ACH or wire. Okay, so it is all about the financial impact. Okay, so right now we have a table. First is budget, calendar table. See, in this we have a calendar table. So we don't want to create a calendar table with your own. Okay, in this we have, and now customer table, product, sales, and territory. We have a total of 6 tables. So before starting, could you please tell me in this 6 table how many of that fact and how many is dim? Anyone? Just me? in this 6 table,
Um,
how many table is a fact table and how many is a dim table?
and product and customers are fact.
Product and customer.
Sales is the fact tables.
Okay. Anyone and any other?
Customer and product territory is the dimension table. Budget also comes as fact tables.
Right. So in this table, we have a sales and budget, and these two table are a fact table. Okay. And product, territory, customer, and calendar. These four are our dimension table. Okay. Why budget and sales table is a fact table, guys? See, in the sales table, we have a total of sales. Okay, total of sales, whether it's for 3 year, 4 year, or 5 year. But in the budget, we have a just 1 year budget, whether it's for any year. And 1 year budget is complete with a multiple day wise budget. Okay, day wise budget like first day, second day, third day, but for every product. Okay, so that is the reason that budget is a fact table. And budget is made on the basis of calendar or on the basis of product, not on the basis of customer or not on the basis of territory. Because budget, if you make budget in a, if you are working in a company makes a budget on the basis of date or on the basis of product only, not on the basis of customer, that you have to sell 5,000 on a customer. You don't have to make that kind of budget. So budget is impact only two table, calendar and product table, but sales table is impact on your four dimension table. Okay, so let me open all my Power BI. This is my Power BI screen. So I'm just go to just transform, and I'm going to add all these steps. So first I click on one table like sales table. Okay, right now I'm not uploading. I'm just adding one second page here and write it here as steps. So first step, we have extraction data source. Okay, and second, we have a transform. Transform or clean the data set. It means, suppose if you want to add column, if you want to remove any column, okay, and check the data type, okay, these kind of transform you can done into second step. And third, you have to load the data set. So first we have to done all these three steps into one go. So I'm going to start with first step. First I'm going to save, and then now there is a new source. So you just click on Excel right now, and my all the file in the Excel format. So guys, see, my all the file into Excel format, it does not mean that I don't know about the CSV or text. You can just click on the same way. That is why that suppose I click on cancel, you just click on new source. There is a text file as a CSV file. You can, when you click on the text and file, you can choose your text file only. You can choose your CSV file. That is a simple thing, not a much more advanced thing to do a connection. Okay, so guys, in this data source we have a total of 100 plus sources. Or see, suppose if you have 5 datasets, 6 datasets similar like this. Okay, 6 datasets: budget, calendar, customer, product, sales, and territory. All this dataset, but all this dataset into different sources. Like budget is on, suppose your SQL server. Okay, and your sales file in your like folder, product table into your products SQL server, customer table into your Tally only, and territory table into your like from Google.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me on?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
You are not able to hear me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, now it is fine, sir.
Okay.
Before,
Okay, maybe some network issue, no worry. Okay, so see, now I'm going to import our budget table and see the budget table is look like this table. So I just click on OK and make some formatting. Make some formatting means, see, this budget table is not look like as a cleanest table. So we need to transform this table into the cleanest form and make the better presentation for our Power BI report. Okay. So tell me, first we have to remove these two columns, these two. Okay, so before these two, see, this is your budget table query, name of the your file, and this is your property, like the name of your file is mentioned here, and these are the applied steps. Okay, so when you connect your file from the particular source to into Power Query, it means your all the applied steps is there. Suppose there is a source. See, there is a source name is user Power BI desktop. Okay, the file source is there, and the navigation is your budget file and the sheet. And second thing is promoted header. Header means your data source Kaggle is promoted as header, but we don't want this. So I need to remove this one and remove this one. It means your complete data set as here. And when I click on my budget file, when I click and open it, and see my budget file is look like this. See, it is a man friendly, but it is not a machine friendly file, because it is a human friendly means this data is this data is good for human friendly in our eyes, like see, category, subcategory, product name, this kind of category. But this data is not friendly with our machine friendly. Why I talked about machine? Because Power BI is a machine, so you have to make some changes into your Power Query so that you can make the file better source. So now from the first source, first row, we have a data source Kaggle, and same way in the Power BI auditor, in Power BI editor, we have a data source into the first row. So we need to remove these three row, because these three row we don't want in our data set, because these three row is invalid row. So we don't want. So you have an option here in the home tab. Okay, in the home tab, there is an option of choose column, keep row, and remove row. So you have to remove row, click on this and see there is an option. Remove top row, bottom row, alternative row, remove duplicate row, remove blank row, and remove error. These are the six you have an option for a remove row. So sorry. So right now I need to remove top three row. Okay. So now I click on remove top three row and write it here as number of the row you want to remove. So I just click on 3 and click OK. And see, when you remove the row, your applied steps is there. So it is basically same as a macro, right? Suppose if you are working in Excel, this is same as a macro, because in macro you have to write a code, but in Power BI you do not have a write a code. You just click on the button only. Okay, so that is the reason that Excel VBA macro is the toughest part as compared to the Power BI, right? And see, if you want to go back into your that part, you will just click on navigation and see your part is back. It means you have to identify that which steps you have done one by one. Okay, suppose if you have a new file, suppose right now you are working on this file and you know every step. But suppose if your manager sending you one PBA file, one PBIX file after resolving all the query, okay, he sent it to you and he told you that please make analytic part on this report. You don't have to make this report via starting. You have to just make this report via some changes and make some changes on the X file. Okay, so for X file, when you go into the transform or when you coming into Power Query Editor, in the right side, you have to identify that which step or which source your file will be. Your source, your navigation, your remove top row. Second, what is the next step after that? What is the next step? So your every step is written on the applied steps. Then you have to identify in which step you want to edit some changes. Okay, suppose if I want to edit some changes here, then I make some changes and click OK, then the changes would be between this and between this, these two steps, I have removed one changes. So the step changes will include between this. Okay. So now you have to change some things advanced because the basic thing is over for you. Okay, now you have to think advanced and apply the step. And in the next session, we are going to cover all these transform query, not done any real-time codes or not done any project. In the next class, next two class, like Saturday and Sunday, Saturday, I will discuss with you all these power query column, like all these means I have not even like merge query, append query, what is this, why we use this, text analysis, vision, okay, use first row, this data type, group by, how to use group by, I already tell you, group by is already tell you, split column, how to use a split column. Suppose if you have a two full name like Harsh Malhotra, if you have a full name and if you want to split between two column, Harsh and Malhotra, different first name and second name, in Excel you have to done, but in Power BI you are using just a split column. Okay, remove row, there is a remove row is a six type. Keep row, keep row means suppose if you want to keep only 4 to 12 row, if you want to keep only 4 to 12 row, you just click on this keep range of row 4 to 12, all the row will be deleted. Okay, so there is a multiple things as well as remove column, choose column. Choose column I already done with you, that if you want to choose column means column one to, if you want, if you remove any column by all directly, then you can go to choose column and select only those column if you want to remove and click OK, all the column will be removed. Okay, that is the reason. Advanced editor, go to transform, there is a multiple thing like reverse row, transpose, count rows, use first row, group by already done, unpivot column today we are going to use. Okay, so in the next class I will do all the transform query, so that if you have any project or if you done with the Kaggle site and make some transformation, so that you are able to do the transform query, because transform query is at 20% of your data set. If you transform query into the cleanest form, your data set will be helpful for you. And now I'm going to third step, and now remove row.
I need to know that there are some row context, query context, and filter context. What
Yeah,
are
that
those?
yeah
Or
that is yeah that is used for DAX function. So when I complete all the DAX with you, after that I will tell you, because it is some advanced part, that is the reason that I'm not covering yet. Okay, row context and filter context, there is a two context only. Okay, row context is just a simple thing, that simple understanding for you, that column context is like suppose if you making the relationship between the lookup table and fact table. Okay, lookup table and fact table is in the result, and what is the result at the end, that you have a two column means two column with the same name in the fact table as well as a lookup table, and when you connect two same column with the two file, this is calling as a column context. Okay, and filter context. And what is the use of row context? That row context is used, suppose when you using the sum function. Okay, in the file, I already show you the sum function. I already done with you row context and filter context, but I did not tell you because that is some advanced topic. So what is row and filter I have done, like column index, and second is row context means suppose when you make the sum in this, suppose if I add next column for making a sum, just a minute, I will add after some time. Okay, I will tell you today. Okay, because there is a one column I will add in the sales file, then I will tell you what is a row and what is a filter. Okay, see, so second is remove top rows is done, and now see, this is our header, category, subcategory, product name, product key, jan, fab, this is our header. So we want first row as a header, and there is an option here, use first row as a header. And when you click on this drop down, there is a similar thing, use header as first row or use first row as a header. Means if you want to use this first row as a header or header as a first row. Okay, there is a two option. First you have, first if I add use first row as a header, and see my header is first row as a become a header, and when you click on this use header as first row, and see the column is back. Okay, so there is a two option, use first row as a header or use header as a first row. So I just click as use first row as a header, so my header is applied, and see the step is recorded here, every step is recorded. See, when you click on this, change type, demoted header, see, and click on this demoted header again, and then your change will be done. Okay, so now I'm going to done with category product header we have a done. And now one important thing, guys, if you want to remove these null value, how to remove? Because see, in this option we have a remove alternative row. You can remove by this, but there is a one more best thing to remove. You just click on this category. Okay, click on this category, and there's a text filter. See, if the complete column within the text, see, if the complete column fill with the text file, text filter, then you have a column here as a text filter. But if you all the filter is done by a number, then there is a number filter. Okay, so you have to remember, you want to remove by a text or you want to remove by a number. So you can click on this and go to text filter. If you go to text filter, there is an option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right now we are going to use as does not contain. Okay, does not contain, and you can write it as total and just click on OK. Your null value is removed because your total part is out of column. And when you go back this kind of column, see the total first, second, third, and fourth. I just write it as common name total. Then when I go to the next row, it is removed. All the null value will be removed, means total column will be removed. So now I don't need a total column. And one more thing, when I go to change type, no, from filter, go to this setting and see, I write it here as total. Okay. And when I write it here as just a total in this way, when I click OK, see, it is not removed. Why? Because Power BI is a case sensitive. Whether is it written by a T or TAL, you have to write it as a same. Okay. So there is a things you have to remember while remove any column. Right now I'm just going as same way, so that total, and then when I click on OK, then only remove. Now understand? Okay, and see, our file is look like better between. So now what is the next thing to do? See, every step recorded here, every step same way. I'm going to next in our right side, and see, we have a data of Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and see the grand total. Could you please tell me, we need a grand total like this in our Power BI report or not? Because in Power BI we have to use one DAX function for making a grand total. Okay, so why we need this kind of multiple row different, so that it will increase your Power BI size. So I don't need this row, this grand total. Okay, so I just click on right click. There is an option of remove, so you can just click on remove, and when you remove column, your steps is applied here. Okay, and now second thing, last is a very most important thing, your data into the column wise, like Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It is a column wise. But if I want as a row wise, because row wise is very important, because see, in this data, the accessories, bikes, and clothing, only three category we have, and subcategory we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, total 17 subcategory. And total product we have, total product key we have, total and budget we have for every product for every month. Okay, so I don't need as a column wise, I need as a row wise, because row wise uh, is a better look. Row wise is a better look for making a comparison of our sales and budget file. So you just click on all, select all the column, go to transform. There is an option here is unpivot column. When you click on this unpivot and see the changes, this column change as total month, means Jan to December, next Jan to December, next Jan to December, again multiple times, every time for each product. See, product key is 483, and 483 is distributed till the December, 486 till the December. Same way, all the product wise data we have into the row wise. Have you understand right now this point? why I unpivot column into the row, because it look like a reporting matter, because you have to make the changes, because in the budget file you don't have a date column. See, in the budget file you don't have a date column. So for date column we have to identify that for the month column we have to identify as a date. And when you click on this, you have to just change the name as month, and for the value you can write it as just a double click on your value and see the value is changed. See, rename column. Okay, and one more thing, change the data type of the month, because month right now it's a text data type. When you click on the home tab and see data type as text, I don't want as a text, I want as a date. So click on date and see your month will be as a date. Now we have a date table in our budget table. But before that, if we go to my Excel sheet, in my Excel sheet, we don't have a date column. We have just a month name. Okay. So now in the Power BI, I put some of the indexing, some of the transformation done, and date column is ready, so that if we make a relationship with a budget to a date table, then we have to connect with this table. Okay, because everything is matter and interconnected with the next part. Right now I'm going to transform this part, but everything is connected with the next part. Now our budget table is ready. Okay, so I don't think that we are done with budget table is done for me. So any doubt till here in the budget table you have, or you can done one more thing, click on this budget and go to like there is an option here. If you to yeah, you can also watch one more thing in the budget table. See, all the value here is a green, so you can change the icon. See, when you click on this green, budget value 204 is a valid, means there is a no error into your file, no error. Okay, and all the value is green. And when you click on the column distribution, it will show you 2002 distinct and 200 unique. Okay, same way, 12 distinct, 0 unique, 17 distinct, 0 unique, 17 distinct. You can make the distribution of every column or every row. Same way you can change, click on unclick and column quality. See, valid, not error and empty, valid, error, error. Every time you got a same scenario, so that you have to identify that in which column you have to identify. Okay, also you can click on this and check the column profile. And guys, one more thing, remember, in your DA 100 exam, 3 question is coming from this tab only: monospace, show whiteness, column quality, column distribution, and column profile. 3 question is coming. It means total of 3 marks will be there from only these 3 columns. Why we use a column distribution, why we use column profile, why we use column quality? These 3 question is every time into the DA 100 exam. Okay. Any doubt till now? No doubt.
No, sir. We are
Okay, done. So now I move to further, and budget file is ready. So I'm just put my another file, same way, new source. Just a minute. And in Excel we can just connect calendar table, open. Same way, first I load all the file and then I will change together. Calendar table. Okay. New source, Excel, customer. See, one more thing. In the customer table, when I select the customer table, okay, when I select this customer, see what the preview is starting from customer key. But when I select my sheet, it is starting from this. So before that, if I move to sheet, then I need to some transform into this. But if I choose my customer table only, then I don't need to do some transformation. So that is the reason that I choose as a table, not as a sheet. Because see, in this sheet, sales sheet, see, in this sales sheet, we have this kind of column. But I name as this table as a name as column, because when you click on this, go to table design and see, I write it as name as sales. Okay, it means when I select my table, when I select my whole table, its complete name as sales and its sales name shows into Power BI into the blue header, into the blue header. When the table has a blue header, it means there is a table, and when the table has no header, it means there is a complete sheet. Okay, so we every time you have to identify what is sheet and what is table. So every time you need to just click on table, because table is a particular place, particular schedule or particular area which you want to just export into your Power BI. And if you select your sheet, it means your whole sheet is imported into Power BI. Okay, so right now I'm just going to export my table, click OK. So I don't need to transform again and again in the same way. So for budget table, I will do as
Your voice is not coming. Hello.
Hello.